actual dish. You don't want to overload the dish with all these flavors. And that's what I feel like people do to compensate for, their subpar mac and cheese. And I don't want to be like too harsh, but a lot of mac and cheese that I come across, it's just kind of like two-dimensional. It's just pasta and sauce. And with my aunts, the one that I learned mine from, or based mine from, is a little more three-dimensional. Probably a three-dimensional mac and cheese, if I had to compare it to like just a regular cream cheese mac and cheese. That shouldn't be in there, but we're going to throw this in first and then take that out. I didn't realize this was in here. Come on. Why do people do this? Alright. So before I cut my stream, I'm just gonna chat a bit, wash these dishes. But yeah, it's just, creamy and cheesy, with pasta. It's basically just a fancier Kraft mac and cheese. And not that there's anything wrong with mac and cheese, with Kraft mac and cheese. I love Kraft mac and cheese. And it's actually one of my guilty pleasures because I just ate some this past week. But I only ever get the character Kraft mac and cheese. I don't get like the regular Kraft dinner anymore. I haven't for a really long time. I don't get the spirals, mostly because they charge you more for spirals than they do character Kraft mac and cheese. Which never made any sense to me. But when you're making a homemade mac and cheese, at least to me, there has to be more than what can be offered out of the box. Like, you have to you gotta give a little more love to your mac and cheese than just making it a sauce and pasta. So, I mean, I've always just stuck with the baking route. And even, people still make a cheese sauce and then bake it afterwards, but it's still, I don't know, just the cheese and the sauce. There's really not much more to it. With mine, you have basically pockets of cheese that kind of explode flavor, into your bites. It's good flavor all around, but then you have these medallions of cheese sometimes, and it's just like more flavor. I mean, it's really the only way I can explain it. It's just more flavorful for a baked mac and cheese. And there's still some things that I want to do with my mac and cheese, even though I've already done a lot with my mac and cheese. I've made a chicken and broccoli cheddar mac and cheese. And some people might think, oh, why would you put, broccoli and mac and cheese? My thought process behind it before I ever, actually made it was, oh man, I love broccoli and cheddar as, a flavor combination. I love broccoli. I love cheese, obviously. And Like, I've made a regular broccoli tray of mac and cheese for people. And I've made a chicken bacon, well, that's a different story, but I've made a chicken and broccoli mac and cheese for people as well. And it's honestly one of my favorite combinations of my mac and cheese. And I feel like people sleep on, you know, just adding certain things to mac and cheese because they think mac and cheese is perfect as is, which is not right or wrong. And of course, there are some things that I will never condone being added to mac and cheese. One of those being blueberries. And I know a lot of you have seen some of these videos or some of these memes or pictures of a blueberry mac and cheese. And I just want to say, you'll never catch me doing that shit in my life. Like, there's nothing you can do to get me to make a blueberry mac and cheese or a mac and cheese with blueberries. I don't care. You couldn't pay me $1,000 to put blueberries in my mac and cheese. Someone brought blueberry mac and cheese to like a Thanksgiving dinner. They're catching hands. Like, that's just how I feel. And I'm sure, I mean, a lot of you can understand, and I feel sorry if you've ever been subjected to mac and cheese with blueberries. It's just, I don't know. And I'm honestly like try it before, you know, like, I usually try things before I just like absolutely decide that it's not for me. But blueberries and mac and cheese, fucking up. Alright, let's get a little more cold water before I scald my hands, whichever. Here we go. Alright. Ready to wash these dishes. Alexa, set a timer for 35 minutes. Thank you. Hey, thank you for the lurk, Marcus. Thanks again for the follow. Thanks for tuning in. Right now I'm just washing my dishes, chatting. If you have any questions, you know, feel free to ask. Let's see, what else have I done with my mac and cheese? I've done chicken bacon. I've done chicken, bacon, broccoli. I've done chicken and broccoli. I've done bacon and broccoli. None of those are what I made tonight, of course. I've done buffalo chicken, and then I've done literally buffalo styles of all of the previous ones that I've mentioned. And I did all of those in the same weekend. About a couple years, almost 2 years ago now, at a convention out in Maryland near Washington, D.C. There's a video game convention called MagFest, Music and Games Festival, that